Hello there everybody, welcome along. It is time for JACKOCAR's 6th round of its first season here at the Hungary for the Hungarian Grand Prix. I'm your commentator Omwa, and with me as usual is Jacko.
Good evening, Owen.
So, last week of course we had our fantastic charity race, and again, listen, we've got to get it out of the way first of all. If you didn't watch that, you've got to watch it. We had two superstars, incredible superstars. And yeah, you just got to watch that. Thibaut Courtois and Louis Deltros. They were great, the race was great, and if you missed that, what are you doing with your life, honestly? I mean, you've got to be watching that one, so I'm not going to spoil that one for you, but I just got to get the plug in super early. But yeah, we've got a very interesting race up ahead of us tonight, because I was asking you before about jokers and no one's got a joker. This is a track where I would surely be saying do a joker. Well, maybe I'm not the same as everyone else.
Owen, I'll tell you what else we don't have. It's a stream link at the moment, so no one's listening to you.
Right. Oh, does no one have post notifications on? Unbelievable. These people absolutely just disgraceful people. Give us a stream link.
I apologise to you.
If there's anyone in here, thank you, because you've probably got stream link notifications on. The rest of you go, PG. Just, I don't like you. How about that? Right, I've given you the stream link in the chat. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you to 3 people now. Although that might just be me and Jack going on. But, still. But anyway, yeah, no. The reason I'm saying I'm surprised no one's doing a joker tonight is because I've done a few league races around here where you can easily do medium to hard. And, I don't know, the one stop for me was the only way to go about it, because there's people around me that did 2 stops, and there were 5 safety cars in the race, so maybe it's a bit skewed, but it just felt that the one stop was so much more secure, and people could take such an advantage out of it, and they could just get up to the front without having to do anything. That's basically what I did. I just made my stop, safety cars did their thing, people messed about, did their 2 stops, and I just got to the front on my own. And I guess people didn't really think about how safety cars would play into it, but hey, if we're all doing no joker, then I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Because they'll all be doing the same thing.
Kept it to a mandatory 2-stop race for everybody, so it's going to be a straight up battle for the lead, battle for the win, I guess.
Yeah. Well, at least I'll make it good for safety cars, because it means we'll get more varied strategies, more people out on the track at different points. Maybe I can create more drama in the championship. And probably need to mention as well, I've got a new driver. He's out on track at the minute, and that is one nice livery, I've got to say. SWFC, I'm not even going to try and say that. I'm going to assume that means it's Swansea? Could be wrong. Or Sheffield Wednesday.
Sheffield Wednesday, yeah.
I always see SW and think Swansea straight away, but I never think of Sheffield Wednesday until it's second. But I got it in the end. And we've got, Jordan, new driver. I like that livery.
Jordan as well is one of the 4 or 5 drivers running an NHS scheme as well today. Obviously there's a clap for the carers at 8 PM. So you got Jordan, John, Jess and Matt are the ones that I know of running special liveries today.
Yes, we will.
One of those good people working in the hospitals.
We'll try and find some more, I'm sure, as the night goes on. But yeah, we've got that club at 8 o'clock. I gotta say, me and Paul, we completely forgot about that last week, so we were too invested in the racing. Might give a small clap tonight because I completely forgot last week and I feel bad. But yeah, that's at 8 o'clock, and I feel that we need to give all this respect, because people are absolutely, they're giving their lives to save everyone pretty much. It's incredible. And it's good to see people helping to support that, and of course last week helped towards that too. Another shameless plug there.
It's worth mentioning how much money we raised as well. I think I'll give you the honour.
We raised 725 Great British Pounds, which means that Paul McGuinness has to wear his race suit when he goes for fuel next. Is that what he said?
That is correct, yeah. He said if we get to £700 at the end of, what was it, the 28th of March?
I think so, yeah.
Which we achieved. We got to 725. He said next time he fills his car up, obviously make sure you make essential travel only, he will go dressed in his race suit and helmet. So that'll be exciting when the pictures come in.
Well, we'll be waiting until Christmas for that. You might have to add a Christmas hat to that as well. It'll be that long we're stuck in here. But yeah, good gestures from the people as we lose to Neil. And now that's at turn 4. And that is a pretty common place to see cars going off. You'll see on board Mr. John. That's it. He's retired after the spin. Oh no, that's Fenegamo, sorry. So we've actually, he spun off, and there you could see where Daniil was in the wall at 5. So there are 2 cars going up at the same time there, so I got confused. You can see there, Fenegamo made that livery even uglier, which is quite impressive. Although actually, I say it's made it uglier, it has got a lovely bit of Minecraft to it. And so I can't disrespect that too much, but it is still ugly.
Very earthy, isn't it? Earth block. Dirt block, I should say.
Yeah, if you just didn't have the purple in there, you know? Ah, dear. Of course he wants it to be ugly, doesn't he? So I'm not going to even try and say how to make it look better. He'll just do the complete opposite, won't he? But, yes. Number 72 on his way back to the pits. Now, you might have noticed we got Splinter and Pete on the exact same lap time. That's cool. 6 tenths ahead of the rest. Maybe a good chance for the rest to catch up, but yeah, nice seeing it be close to seeing some of the drivers at the front. And we're watching Risky Racer right now. I think he might have abandoned his lap actually. OKK's out there, and he's also on a lap. Not many people out there on laps. I'd expect them to qualify on the soft because, like I say, no one's doing a Joker. But if it was a Joker, then it'd be pretty simple on the mediums. But nah, not happening, that is it. And Paul says in the chat he's planning his fill up ASAP. Okay, well, you gotta just keep it within the law. Oh, is it my birthday livery? What are you on, Fenegamo? Is that what that's meant to be?
Yes, sorry, you missed the Silverstone race.
I did miss that.
Khalifa won. I can't remember who got second, but Risky Racer took home an impressive P3. In that very race, the best thing that happened was Pro Opa. He ran a special birthday livery for you, but you weren't commentating.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but he's running it again to
yes.
make sure you've seen it.
Well, I've given it plenty of attention. I need to see it with his front wing on, because I've only seen it without the front wing. But I appreciate the gesture, thank you very much. How nice is that? You love to see it. And now I'm watching TC at the moment, and he's on possibly to set the fastest lap time. He just has to find 2 more tenths in his last sector, and he'll be getting there. We'll see him now. He should have enough ARS to get to the line as well. He's managed that quite well. And this could be right up there. It certainly is a second up through the middle sector. And it is fastest. TC up to the top. We've got Splinter though and Pete on laps. And Pete is currently 3 tenths up as he heads towards the final corner. If he can just keep this up, he will replace the Belgian on top. But we'll see as he comes to the line. Yeah, he doesn't. He lost a bit of time. Lost over a tenth actually in that last sector. And what about Splinter? He's down in his first sector. But he'll keep going. And
quickly going back on TC, he's one of the ones to watch tonight, along with Mr. Whiteout, who is still not in the lobby.
You've really gone and jinxed them, haven't you?
I have.
Again. You're gonna stop this, Jacob.
I might just get rid of that feature, to be honest.
Oh dear. Good, lovely. Right, Fenegao is on track. Let me have a look at this livery with its front wing on. See it in its full glory. Well, do you know what? I appreciate that. Good stuff. I'm a fan of that. I can't say I don't like it now. Even the helmet's a bit ugly, but it works. It works. It works. It works. It works on a scale of ugly to horrendous. What about Splinter though? Back to his lap, and he goes P1. Not quite into the 1 minute 15s, but we are getting there. Good to see some quick laps on the board. A few more on out laps, but most are probably just finished laps there. I think MK Bourne went up to P5 at that lap. And yeah, still rocking a lovely livery as well. I've got to give all these a proper look again on the formation laps, see which one my favourite is. There's plenty of nice ones out there. Yuri's got that 2015 Cyber look. Still, he's on his lap. 2.7 seconds off the pace. He could probably do with bringing that time up a little bit. At the moment, P12. We've got Yellow Sector 2. Now it's just for people slowing down now, I think. And yeah, 5 tenths up in the first sector, so that should get him quite the way up the road. He's even got like a Felipe Nasr style helmet there as well. Or has he gone and messed the lap up, has he? He's messed the lap up. I should stop watching him now, I've jinxed him. Sorry, Yuri. I'm too busy admiring the car. Let's admire another car. Will Aston Martin look like this next season? I wouldn't mind it for Dexter's livery. They should really take inspiration off it. Lovely, lovely livery.
Dexter, of course, at a disadvantage tonight, racing on one of his mates' wheels.
Yes.
He's one of the few drivers that has been having problems this week. All the fast guys have said they're off the pace or don't feel confident, so people like Pete should be taking advantage of that, because not one of his favourite tracks, but everyone else around him is struggling.
Well, you know, it's funny actually, when you get into the rhythm of it, even though you think you're going to struggle, you tend to be alright. This is one of my least favourite tracks on the game, and I'd say I had a race the other week, and I thought going into that race, it's a complete disaster. I crashed in qualifying, because most people think their pace is bad based on quali, right? And I qualified 19th and I still finished second just because it was more... If you're consistent enough in the race, then you'll be fine. So I think all the guys worrying, as long as they keep out of trouble, they should be alright. Let's see if Dexter can get himself into the top 10. Yes, he can. Just about, but he is there.
Mr. Wyatt, how important is tyre wear in your eyes around this track?
I don't know about the soft compound tyre, but mediums and hards, fine. You can go forever on them, really. There was no issues on them. But softs, I genuinely couldn't tell you.
Okay, so whoever qualifies 11th, we should be looking at them as an outside bet to win this race.
Absolutely.
Later on this evening, yeah.
Yeah.
But which at the moment is the debutant Jordan on the hards.
Wouldn't that be something? As MK Bourne has died at turn 5. Do you know what? I should probably give turn 5 a bit of focus, because as two we've seen go off there, and there's a good reason for that as well. It's quite a deceiving corner. It loves to just pull you in. I'm board with Jordan, and look at this curve on the right. If you touch that, you're going to crash, because it just spins you round. You cannot control the car on that, and it catches you out so easily. And that is what's happened to two people already. And really, there's nothing you can do about that. But you always feel you have to touch it. But my personal advice: go nowhere near it. You'll die.
I know about that one first hand as well. I think it was Hungary last season in ILR8. I started around P7 or P8, and I was second by turn 4. But I touched the inside of T5 and then spun, and the rest is history.
It is just such an annoying corner. Like I said, I just don't understand it, why it's like that. Because if you touch that curve in real life F1, you're absolutely golden, you know. It's not preferable to touch it, but you don't die on it. But yeah, look at that, another one. Murdoch spins around. This time he was going a little bit slower, so he's alright. But you just hit that curb, and you're absolutely screwed. Now he's going to be careful, because there's a lot of cars coming through. Doesn't want to distract any of them, or drive backwards for too long. Oh, he's been disqualified. That's so annoying to see that. Because what was he actually doing wrong? I know it's like, I don't agree with that. That's Codemasters for you. I really don't agree with that.
So he will be starting from the back of the grid.
Like, what can you do? You're trying not to hit the oncoming cars. Like what option has he got in that scenario? Codemasters don't really count anything into consideration. They just say, car driving backwards, get rid. And it's very annoying, that, as Camu Babu goes up into P10. And everyone else really just sort of out there on out laps right now. No one really doing a lap yet, which is exciting, I'm sure. OKK's doing one. Lovely. Lovely helmet design, sir. I'm sure I probably mentioned that before, as he has a mahoosive slide. But yeah, a shame for Murdoch, but as I just said, 19th to 2nd, you can do it, it's fine. Now, we had only got a minute left in qualifying, but I'm surprised to see really so little activity. I know we've got plenty on out laps, but it does feel like the likes of Splinter and RT Clyde, Mr. John and Jess as well, like, not the best idea, really, to be not out there. It's a bit concerning, but we'll see if their times get beaten. Obviously, track evolution is quite a big thing around here. especially on tracks like this. This is pretty much a street circuit, but not on a street, if that makes sense. It's Monaco without the walls.
Monaco without the walls, yep.
That means track evolution is going to be so crucial, because it's a very small track. It's going to be so much better every time you go round it. As Pete kisses the turn 5 curve, has a little bit of a slide, but keeps it on the road. And so Splinter, he might be top at the moment, but I wouldn't be at all surprised to see Pete just go and beat that lap time pretty easily, as long as he keeps it on the road, as the timer hits 0. So everyone is finished when they cross the line now, as Pete is currently 2 tenths up nearly in the middle sector. And I think he lost a tenth in the last sector on the last lap, so he could possibly go 4 tenths faster than his last time, which would comfortably put him into P1. But let's see if he can do that. Through the final corner. Yellow flags in sector 2, but we all seem to be alive, as Pete to the line goes third. It was invalid, so he didn't quite get there in the end. TC had to find 300s to go fastest. Can he do it as he comes out of the final corner? DRS, D-rating, no. And that might, yeah, that did cost him. The D-rate costed him 18 1/1000 of a second off. Arnold is currently nearly 3 tenths up. He's got Fenagambo in front of him. Can Arnold maybe get a bit of slipstream off that and put himself up a position or 2 as he comes around the final corner? I'd be surprised if this goes pole, but we'll see. Slipstream, no D-rating. Yeah, he went third. It was a good improvement. And only waiting on OKK, who's abandoned for the 2nd lap in a row. And that is it. So Splinter did keep the pole position. In fact, Clyde only fell 1 place. And, well, in fairness, TC and Pete could both realistically have actually been first there, but they both had various issues that were very much in their own control to stop, and they didn't.
Yeah, and Splinter becomes the 3rd different pole sitter in JACKOCAR, of course. MK Bourne was pole sitter in Australia, and Khalifa has been on pole in every single one of those races since.
How boring is he?
I know. Playoff point for Splinter, so that would be good to take into the playoffs, which he is in, by the way, because he won in Singapore.
Yes. Right then, so we'll go through the grid then. Splinter on pole from TC and Arnold, then Pete, Risky and Clyde. All Brits and all the Belgians in that top 6, bit saturated, isn't it? MK Bourne in 7th, and then Jordan 8th, Fenagambo 9th, and Dexter 10th. Good to see. Jordan straight on the pace on his first race. Outside top 10, OKK, Camu Babu, Yuri, Baza, Indecisive, Mr. John, Daniil, Jess, and the very unfortunate Murdoch.
Yep, OKK in the fun zone there in P11. Choice of tyre, first one, they'll probably go mediums, I should imagine.
Yeah,
so,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Shout for win.
But then again, you could think, do you just stick the soft, stay with everyone else, wait for a safety car, do whatever, really. I know it's meant to be a 2-stop, but since no one's on a Joker, then, you know, we can't really put that one into perspective. Everyone's probably going to end up doing at least 3, I reckon. Just so the chaos that we're going to get today, because we know simulation damage is a bleep. Just ask Louis Delatros. And we know on this track it's very easy to have accidents. We've seen it through qualifying. This could be quite messy.
That's what we want, though, isn't it, Owen?
Oh yeah, I'm just saying. It means more pit stops, means more action.
More entertainment that we can bring the good people, the good viewers of JACKOCAR.
Yes. Anyway, we're just waiting for everyone to ready up. And then, yeah, like I say, we'll have a look at the liveries. I'll choose my favourite one, because I'm aware I keep forgetting there's a badge for that. I just sort of put that out there and say, ooh, I like this livery. Ooh, I like this one.
I think previously you've been a fan of Whiteout's car, but obviously he's not here. So
Whiteout's
MK
not
Bourne,
here.
Shout.
I think I've already said, I like quite a lot of them. Well, let's go through them all, sure. So Splinter, obviously, with the usual, like that one, can't complain about it. TC again, nice livery. Arnold, pretty much the same colours, just differently arranged. And Pete, he's got a very nice one as well. I think it's got a bit darker, that one. I don't know if I remember that correctly, but I still like it. The pink needs to go, Risky. It really needs to go. I still don't like it. It's just... Clyde loves his British racing green, as you might be able to tell. Not the best green car on the grid though, I'll be honest. MK Bourne, yeah, very nice one, still like that one. Jordan, one of the NHS colours, so I can't really dislike that one, can I? I think I might get slaughtered.
You can dislike the next one.
I'm going to lovingly hate this livery. Cheers, Ferragamo. I appreciate that one, but it is awful. But that was probably the point. Dexter, you have got the best green car on the grid because it's exactly what I want to see from Aston Martin. I look at that and think, how cool would that be if Aston Martin did that? So, I love that one. Okay, solid, like it. And Cam Babu as well, I think I said this one from Singapore. I might have actually given this one to him in Singapore. It's very nice, still like it, still much better than what Haas did with their black and gold. Then again, what isn't? Yuri has his Cyber 2015 colours. Nice, I like it. Baza with the usual Welsh colours. And then Indecisive with the blue livery, of course, for NHS. Mr. John for NHS. Daniil, I think I might have given this one to him in Abu Dhabi as well, if I remember, but it's a very nice one. So, like I say, put the Mercedes colours on it, you might like what you come up with. Jess, again with the blue, I love it. And Murdoch. Alien. That's all I can think about. Alien mixed with slime. I quite like it. Anyway, right, this week, best livery. I've got to give it to Dexter because I haven't given this livery as much love as it deserves, probably. It's very nice. I like it.
Just a quick shout out to Mr. John, one of the key workers in the UK working for the NHS there.
Yes, of course.
So that livery means a lot to him.
It does indeed. And
over to you.
Yes. So, we have got 19 drivers on the grid, and we have got the lights coming up ahead of the drivers. A long run down to turn 1. Plenty of people are taking opportunities. This could get messy as it's lights out and away we go. It's a decent start from TC, I think. He might have a chance down towards turn 1 since, like I said, it is quite a long run. But look at Pete as well. In fact, 4 of these guys could go for it. Which one takes it? There is contact. The top 2 collide. That's what they've become now. We've got Splinter falling all the way down to P6 on the start. And he could lose more as we head down towards turn 2, because like I say, that's a good overtaking spot as well. A bit of contact, a lot of barging going on, but it is Pete who's taking the lead then from TC, and from Clyde, Risky, Arnold, and then Splinter. And let's see how many of these people are going to be stupid enough to go side by side up the hill. Not too bad. We've been well behaved, shockingly well behaved. I'm shockingly surprised by this. Happily surprised though. We've been nice and clever. Good job, folks.
This is a chicane yellow flags.
We've got a car off. It's Daniil, I think.
Darren, yep, recovering at turn 5. Corner you mentioned at the start of the session.
Turn 5 again. Did he hit anything? Yes, he did. Broken front wing. Massively broken front wing, in fact. He's not going to be too happy with himself there. And you know what? I just forgot to say boogity flipping Right, we get a safety car restart. I'll do it then. Oh, Clyde. Clyde is in Narnia. He's gone well off the track. He must have been shoved off there. But by who? Risky, maybe? As TC gets pretty close to the back of Pete, there's a lot of lag going on, I can see. That doesn't make it easy to tell the gaps, does it? We might have to wait a lot to figure out what exactly the gaps are, because that is messed about a lot. I don't know if you're getting that, but
yeah, I've got TC 26 seconds behind Pete at the moment.
Yeah, well, I've got him half a second behind. It was 1/10 though a few moments ago, so it is jumping about quite a lot. But yeah, what happened to Clyde? He must have been knocked by someone, like I say, possibly Risky. I'm not too sure. Just looking at the gaps at the front, maybe just jumping to conclusions. I didn't see it. I'm not going to blame anyone, but yeah.
I saw his car shooting off at the penultimate turn, but I didn't see any contact as such.
Well, he could have just got it wrong on the brakes, but it feels like a weird place to get it that wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe he got on the curb and spun. Could have done something like that, but either way, he's way down the field, not at the back, and he's still on the back of the field. He's not last, I could say. Jess and Daniil are much further behind. Daniil already has 1 pit stop done. If I were him, maybe give it a few laps, stick the hards on, let the safety cars happen, build your way up the field. Maybe a bit of a silly one to think of, but listen, you can take them from like lap 8, so maybe consider that. And of course, safety cars as well.
Damage as well there, as Risky Racer pits.
Maybe he's got damage. Maybe it was a contact with Clyde then. Maybe that is what has happened. as he enters the pit lane. OKK and Camu Babu on their hards, or on their mediums, sorry, are up the field, but a lot of lag there from OKK as he looks on the inside of Jordan. This is going to make it so difficult for them to race. If they're seeing the same lag that I'm seeing as OKK on the outside, I have to say it, racing a laggy car around this track is the scariest thing you can ever do. I don't know if you're watching them lag. I'm really hoping it's not me.
I'm seeing a lot of lag as well.
Thank goodness for that. Well, obviously not a good thing, but it means the stream's staying up. It means it's not my fault. Oh dear. Anyway, yeah.
Going back to Cloud, it's a shame for him and the Team Nookman.
Baza has crashed out with Frenagamo. Virtual safety car, but yeah, Baza and Frenagamo have gone off at turn 4. Oh dear. Now, has Clyde made a pit stop there? He has, hasn't he?
Yes, new front wing and medium tyres.
Right. I was going to say if the VSC lasted long enough, I'd be maybe thinking at the top back to the pit again, but nah, maybe I'm wrong with it, maybe I'm overreacting a bit, but if it was me in the situation, I'd be getting the 2 stops out of the way as quickly as I can, as Pete and TC and Arnold are getting their pit stops out of the way as Pete speeds in the pit lane. 5-second time penalty. Can you believe it? But it is only the top 3 at the minute who are staying in as DRS gets re-enabled and we go green again. Medium tires for all 3 of the pitters. Now, Murdoch should get all of them. Who's going to be the last one to get these guys? And will anyone split? Murdoch and Mr. John, they're fighting away right in front of us. And they're lagging a ton. So this is going to make it quite difficult. TC has lost a massive amount of time, by the way. That's not good for him. Jess is in between TC and Arnold. And yeah, I'm really kind of getting worried about this lag now because this is getting a bit dodgy, I've got to say. Just
quickly check my messages. Yeah, one from Bazza saying we do need to restart the lobby.
Something needs it done, maybe, but I don't know if we can do anything now since it's already started. I mean, we haven't hit the first stage break yet, have we? So, I mean,
no.
If the lag persists like this, I wouldn't actually be opposed to that.
I think we'll continue for now. If it gets too much worse, then we'll restart and do a 25%. With the order of the drivers at that time.
Right then, here comes OKK. And he is flown past. And yeah, that was quite easy there for OKK. NK Board might fancy some as well on Jordan, who's not fighting too hard. Doesn't want to have any silly accidents on his first day. And yeah, he's lost 2 positions, but he is still 4th. Now let's see this progress of Pete, because he is now, like I say, stuck on the back there off yeah, Mr. John, who again is jumping up and down like a kangaroo. And they're lagging into each other, and Pete might just have had the easiest overtake of his life. He didn't even have to pass him properly, he just had to ghost through him. Yeah, that's a sign of lag, isn't it, really? There's nothing they can do about this.
Nope.
TC now has to try and get by the 2 of these guys.
I don't believe the lag is atrocious in any way at all yet. Hard work, maybe, but I don't think it's the end of the world. Some drivers it doesn't appear to be affecting. If you look at OKK, he's made a few moves and he's going along very nicely up in P2.
Splinter has pitted from the lead, so OKK will now take over that lead.
OKK leads for the first time since Australia.
Yeah, and we know how well that went. Hopefully we can see more heroics. But first of all, let's see TC. 2 birds with 1 stone, they say. Let's see, on the inside of the 2 drivers ahead of him. Lagging quite a lot, but he has got it done towards turn 1. Yeah, nicely done there. And the lag, oh my goodness. Is it everyone in the grid that has this? Because it's difficult to tell with us, because the likes of Yuri and Dexter aren't lagging that much. OKK's got internet he's got the alien indicator as well. Ah, they are all lagging. They are. We'll see what happens. We'll give it a few more laps, I guess. But yeah. At the minute, it's not causing anyone to have accidents. So, yay. Look at the bright side of lag. That's a weird song. Always look on the bright side of lag. Right. Sorry, I'm bursting the song now over lag. That's how far we've fallen. Right then. So next up on Pete's list is Indecisive, and as per, he's just gonna try and clean through him. Yeah, that's a bit too easy, I think. Mainly because he doesn't have to work for it.
Pete making the most of the conditions, is that?
He's absolutely making the most of this, Pete. TC, I don't really know if he's closing the gap or not. He's got more ERS, which is nice, obviously, to have. MK Bourne gets a penalty. Splinter and Mr. John are now fighting away, with Splinter coming out the victor in that particular scrap. Lap 7 out of 35. When's the first stage break?
End of... That's a very good question. End of lap 8.
Yeah, I thought it'd be somewhere around now. So, yeah, OKK is on course to take that at the moment as MK Bourne goes so wide. No wonder he's getting penalties. You gotta be careful, man. Stop going wide.
Oh, and a lot of the comments in the chat and also on Twitter, I'm getting asking for a restart of this race.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that because when you've got people lagging through each other to take the lead, then you've got problems.
Yeah, okay.
It's
Should we call
just
a restart?
But how do we do this? How do we set the grids? Because do we set it back to the way it was at the start? Because you could argue that would be unfair for Splinter. He lost 6 places off the start, or 5 places. Or do we just go qualifying? But I think we should restart, yeah.
I think we should restart with the grid that the drivers come up with through the qualifying session.
Yeah. Should we give OKK the stage point still? I know he hasn't quite got to the end of lap 8, but he will do.
I'm going to say no, because I've called it before end of lap 8.
Right.
Okay, so I will create a new lobby if you want to commentate in the meantime.
Well, it's a shame to see what was looking like a very good race fall away from us, because OKK, in all fairness to him, he's absolutely driving a fantastic race as Cam Bowder gets by MK Bourne. Of course, will all the drivers be open to a restart? It's one thing. Are any of the drivers on track? It's the same, because we've now got a virtual safety car for Frenagamo, who's crashed out, and Risky Racer has just passed Arnold under VSC. That's a bit of a stupid move, isn't it? And now we've got all the pit stops happening. This is really helping their strategies. This is a tricky one now, because I don't know if these guys are going to be too happy with a restart.
It's too late, as I called this one. We're getting too many messages saying to do it. So the drivers should now be getting invites to the new lobby.
Yeah. There we go, we've got massive accidents going on out there right now. People are killing themselves at a very fast rate. Hopefully everyone realises what's going on. I'll just be their supervisor while we wait and see what's happening, just in case they don't leave.
We will do
surprisingly,
a race.
Surprisingly, of all these accidents going on, we haven't got a safety car. Don't ask me why. No one gonna cause a safety car with these accidents, no? Oh, well. Right, well, I'll just hop into the new lobby then. Hopefully the stream will stay up as we take this short commercial break to advertise. What do we advertise in this break? Toilet roll.
Yes. Because that's most important.
Don't buy it that much. Stop panic buying. That's probably the most important thing. Do you know what? In general, actually, stop panic buying. I think people are starting to wise up a little bit to that. But stop panic buying. People need their stuff. Think about John. That's pretty much it. I don't really have much else to say in this commercial break except be sensible. Hopefully this lobby works this time. Oh god, I hope it's not a host issue rather than a... Because if it's a host issue, you're screwed.
If it's a host issue, I'll leave.
Yeah, if it's a host issue, we're in trouble.
Right, if the drivers are listening, I'm going to set up the grid to as it was at the start of the race from qualifying. So please do not ready up. Owen will provide you with some lovely filler in the meantime.
Oh dear. Right.
If you have any.
Well, this is it. I don't normally prepare filler, but I can certainly try some filler, if I can ever think of it. You might notice I've been trying to get my level up, by the way. I should probably make this a thing. I've only got one quarantine sort of goal at the minute, and it's to get to Master Rank 3000, which I've already done. You can see that on the top right. Look at all those points that I've not used, by the way. I probably should invest in some liveries. I've got my S rank for the safety rating. I spent many hours. In fact, you know what? I can probably show you all my stats while we're here. I'm level 9 on gold. I'm trying to get onto level 50 platinum. Right, do you know what? We're going to leave the lobby for a second. Right, here we are. Right, just think about this. Right, on ranked, I've had... Do you know what? Actually, forget this. I don't think it tells you how many races you actually started, right? All these online stats, it tells you I've completed, where does it say? 139 races, and I've driven over 2,000 miles. But does it tell you how many races you started? But anyway, yeah, point is, to get to Master Rank 50, you're going to have to win a good 200 races. I've got 95 wins, I've got 121 podiums, I've got over 3,000 points. And I'm only gold level 9. Like, that's just about halfway there. That's how difficult it is. So that's my quarantine goal, to try and get myself up. And you can see there my unranked results. 17 wins only on unranked. How many is that from league race wins? I think I've only got one league race win on the track from that. Two on the track from that 17. The rest just from open lobbies with probably the one hub people. Cloudy balloons, what a lad. Anyway, only got 991 points from that. Not as successful.
I'm just waiting on 4 drivers to join us here, Owen, and then we can set the grid up properly.
Why does it tell you how many times you've activated a DRS? 446 times unranked. How useful is that information to anyone? Because I don't think I care how many times I've opened the DRS at all. I've only driven 550 laps out of 810 laps driven. Oh dear. Don't show that to any leagues. That might get me in trouble. I've had no disqualifications. I have had 30 penalties though. Only 30. I'll take that. 410 overtakes, only 30 penalties. I've also got a very small trophy cabinet because I was very proud of my eSports Elite Qualifying trophy. It's a lovely wee trophy, except it's not real, obviously. The actual real eSports trophies are horrendously awful compared to that. I mean, that one even comes with a medal. I, for some reason, saved one of my weekly event Elite medals. Don't ask why. And then I won on Monaco career mode on 110 AI in my first season in a McLaren. I thought that was like winning ILR 1, pretty much. It was a lovely feeling. So I saved that trophy as well. Right, that's my filler. Hope you enjoyed the filler. Because I hope we've got many people in here now. Only 17 so far. How many do we need more? 2 more? Actually, you know what? You can probably get Whiteout in now, if he's not in already.
I have invited him. I'm still waiting. He's one of them. I think TC's another I'm waiting on.
There's TC now.
There is TC now.
Oh, look at that. He's a higher rank than me.
And is it Murdoch, the last driver I'm waiting for?
I was looking for Murdoch, actually. Yeah, I don't think Murdoch's here yet. Yeah, Murdoch's not here yet. There's so many people in here with higher levels than me. Like, Splinter, how long did he have to play the game to get Master 50? And why aren't you using your special badges that you get for it? The biggest perk in all this is the badges. Look at my badge in the top right corner there. That's like the best bit. You get to update your badge. It must be a terrible badge you get then for Master Rank. Ah, damn it. I tell you what, you know what's really annoying? With Twitter notifications for me right now, it just keeps saying, you've got 90 odd new messages.
I'm ignoring them.
It's just, why does Twitter do that all of a sudden? They weren't doing this before. And if suddenly it started to tell you, you've got over 90 notifications, like, okay, fine, I'll check my Twitter, but like, I just think I'm abandoning my Twitter every 5 minutes. If you see how long I spend on Twitter, then you'd know why the notifications are so annoying. Actually, I can probably just tell you how long I spend on Twitter. Hold on, let me try and find my numbers for that. It's quite a long time. Like, a kind of concerningly long time. I think it's something like a good 2 or 3 hours a day or something, because I just spend so much time looking at chats. Maybe chiming in the odd R, see if people are talking about. Quite a lot of the chats I'm in from F1 Twitter, they get quite heated. People are quite interesting up there. I'm in a group chat with my own flipping brother, which you love to see. What else do I do in my life that's interesting in this filler time? I take pictures of the sun, not the newspaper, the sky. They're not popular. The sky is underrated. Can I just say? It's very.
Sorry, I'm still setting this up.
No, I'm saying I take pictures of the sky. You've probably seen some, because I do quite a lot. Because the sky is quite underrated. Would you agree? Of course you would. And I put them on the internet. That's also something I do in this free time. Believe it or not, I've sort of I've done too many. No, that's the sad truth of it. But it's a bit of an addiction now, and that's also probably all I'm going to do in this quarantine time. Just a quick warning for anyone who follows me on Instagram, which I hope you don't, because you probably won't like it there. My friend Hugo was convinced I had a mental illness after looking at it. He's not a fan of the F1 memes, I guess, or just F1 in general. Most of my friends think it's not a sport.
We're ready to go. We're ready to go.
Lovely. Right. Good. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed my filler.
Murdoch hasn't rejoined, but we can't hold it any longer.
Yes. That filler was brought to you by whatever was next in my head. Someone just left. And he came back. It's OKK. There he is. He's back now.
Try and reinstate OKK to 11th where he was. Otherwise, there we go. He's back into 11th. So Murdoch is not racing. And also Whiteout has not joined.
Alrighty.
And I'm now the host. It's like a throwback to the old ILR days.
Risky told me to sing a song or tell a joke. I'm not a comedian. I'm not on the X Factor either. God, could you imagine me on the X Factor?
I'd rather not.
Oh God, I've got that in my head now. I can't get that out now. That's hilarious.
Right. Back to being professional, Mr. Wyatt. The drivers are not choosing their setups. They'll go into a formation lap and then the race. It is 50%. Everything that you saw beforehand does not count apart from the qualifying session.
Yes, so, the qualifying is the important bit at the moment.
Yeah, so Splinter still has his playoff point. Murdoch has not rejoined in time. If he does, he will be at the back where he qualified anyway because of that disqualification.
He'll be in a car. He won't get a car. He's out.
Okay, he's out then.
So that's, I guess, unfortunate for him. Sums his day up. He's done nothing wrong, and he's just had a terrible, terrible day. Because the disqualification was simply not his fault. It was not. What was he meant to do in the situation? I was watching it. You all saw it on stream. There was nothing he could do about it. But the game disqualified him anyway. And now he's not even going to take the second start. A shame. Now obviously what's interesting here is that these guys can put their setups on. That means they can make a few changes. Maybe there was something they weren't liking in the early stage of the race, of the last race, and think, I might just change that. And so this gives them one last chance to perfect their setups. So again, we've got Splinter on pole. He also gets a second chance because gets left. And he's now in trouble because I don't think he'll be able to get in a car. No, there's still a car there. He's alright then. No, there isn't. It's disappeared. No, it's not. It's lagging. That's what's happening.
He's still on the timing screens.
Yeah, there's a lot of lag. That's the problem. Yeah, it's still lagging too much. I think even on the formation lap. We'll see then. But, well, I guess we're going to have to live with it now, aren't
we? Yeah. We will give these drivers a race. I think it may be slightly better than before.
Well, hopefully, yeah.
No.
I think your voice is lagging a bit now. Maybe it is... I don't know what's happening.
I'll speak less. How about that?
Oh, do you know what? The internet in the UK, to be fair, has been horrendous, by the way, because of coronavirus. I'm not trying to make excuses for us, but I'm going to make excuses for us because you know what's happened? Mine's just gone down on my phone.
That bodes well. Hopefully we can get a 50% race out of this still.
I didn't even get...
drivers come round the penultimate corner.
Oh no. Please, I can imagine the stream looks horrible. I cannot do anything about this. I really hope this doesn't keep happening throughout this lockdown because I know they have to say, apparently because of lockdown they've been slowing down internet speeds and stuff. I know Germany's pretty bad, but I didn't think we'd be in that boat, but especially in Northern Ireland, what the hell? Like, there's not even that many of us. Anyway, we're lined up. We're going for the second time. Probably should get tires up. There you go. There's all the useful stuff. And we're gonna do it again. I get my chance to do my thing again. Splinter's on pole. Come on.
Have they gone?
No, they have not.
Is it me?
Give it a minute.
I will give it a minute.
The revs are going up, and it's boogity boogity boogity, and we've all crashed. Because Splinter wasn't allowed off the line, and there was a collision. I think it was Arnold. Oh my goodness. Well, that's not good. That's lag. It's done that, I think. Again. So I guess we're really in trouble. The whole front wing's gone now. The entire thing has come off. That equals a massive accident at turn 4. Shockingly though, he is still 4th. There he goes, he's off in Narnia now. Just gonna let them all go. Nothing can be done.
Luckily for Arnold, he is already in the playoffs, so if he can have a bad race like this, I know he won't be happy.
I don't think anyone's happy with this at the minute. Nothing we can do about it.
Is there any lag from your point of view?
No lag. Just the start was pretty much. I'm sure you all remember them. That was an RR8 start. It always happens. Some people go off the line before others. It's just a thing that happens on this game, I guess. But what it does mean is that Pete is the race leader and Baza is out of the race again.
Well, Baza
Look at
retired
that,
anyway,
that's a huge accident. And, well, pit stops, people. I would be pitting now under the safety car. I don't care what tyre you're on. Pitting's not a bad idea at this stage of the game. And Mr. John is lagging a ton, I think, on the way into the pit lane. So we've got about half the grid in the pits, half the grid still on track. This, of course, helps Arnaud. Doesn't have to worry about the damage anymore. He's got a pit stop under his belt.
Going to get held up by the other car in the pits there as Yuri leaves.
Yeah.
Arnaud now away.
Camo Babu, the lead car, out of the pits. Of course, important for his race. Because he'll be right on the back of that train now. When he eventually reaches it. And, yeah. He'll be one pit stop up on everyone else.
So, pretend you're Pete, you're behind the safety car. What do you do at this point? Are you going to pit and give the lead up? Or do you stay out?
He was in a bad position when the safety car came out. I would honestly go on a limb and say we're going to get more than one safety car, so I would risk it and stay out a bit now, because if you pit now, you'll be behind Camu Babo, and you'll be in trouble. Big trouble. Simply put, so you've got to stay out. It's your only option, I think. Because look at that, Camu Babu can probably see him on the main straight when he gets there. Right on board.
Pete stays out.
A lot are pitting now. Let's say a lot. There's two. But, or is it just one? Maybe they got a bad angle.
It's just one. It's pro yeah.
I thought it was a lot more than one, sorry. I did not see that. But yeah, point is, Calababo, he'll be miles ahead of him. Look at Frenagamo will fall right down, probably behind Dexter. And Arnaud, in fact, maybe even Daniil. Nah, he might just be ahead of Daniil. Yes. Daniil still last then, but
Daniil picked up a 5-second penalty on the previous lap when he pitted. As OKK loses a bit of front wing going into the back of his teammate, MK Bourne.
Oh dear. Luckily there's no penalty being given out for that. Because sometimes you'll get big penalties for just touching other cars, and you can see there Mr. John, he is just laggy McLagface at the moment. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Right then.
Is Mr. John the only lagging car, by the looks of it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so we'll just quickly recap all the pit stops that have been taken. Everyone down to P9 has not pitted, and everyone outside that top 9 has pitted. Pretty simple stuff, and all of the pitters did go on to mediums. OKK and Jess stayed on their starting mediums. So yeah, it didn't really make much sense for them to pit, I guess, under the safety car. And I think that was John going up to Narnia as he does retire. Has he crashed?
No.
Or has he just given up?
I sent him a message on PlayStation saying he is lagging. He is the only car, was the only car. So he has done that for the benefit of the league. Thank you very much, Mr. John.
We shall applaud you in 2 minutes.
We will. Mr. John, an NHS worker.
Yes. Seems
one
fitting.
One of the many key workers in the UK.
Anyway, we'll do that in a couple of minutes because we've got a restart to take a look at as Pete leads down towards turn 1. Clyde thinks about it on the inside of a TC, but decides not to do anything. Baza in the Twitter chat appears to be blaming lag for the accident that he had earlier. It was a pretty big accident, it has to be said, by the looks of it. I mean, I was on board one of the cars passing it, and it was just a huge amount of debris. So whatever happened must have been catastrophic. But yeah, we're now 2 drivers down, but everyone has taken the restart cleanly. Although it has to be said, TC looks quite slow. Maybe it wasn't too clean for him. He's broke the front wing. Oh dear. Will he pit? He'll fall down to the back if he decides to pit. But then again, he might fall to the back if he stays with a broken front wing. Either way,
or will he let his teammate through? That's Cloud behind him. He's a lot faster. And Splinter as well.
Either way, of course, Pete will be pulling away pretty quickly. He's already made 2 seconds, and he'll make a lot more as the laps go on if TC doesn't pit, and he does. Yellow flags.
It's
Frenagamo. Oh dear. As Pete, fastest lap. Of course, in the free air, not having to worry about a damaged car head. We'll see if Clyde and Splinter, the ILRT boys, can do their bit and catch up now and give us a race. We've had to wait a very long time for a race, so give us a race, lads. Meanwhile, further behind, Risky Racer is the lead guy who pitted under the safety car. And of course will be looking to get by Jess as soon as possible in her NHS car. Well, it is 8 o'clock now, so
yeah.
Give a wee round of applause.
Lucky workers. Well done to those guys.
And of course John. And of course everyone who's put all the liveries on. And, well, yeah, everyone. We appreciate you.
Everyone for staying at home.
Yes, we're staying at home. Thank God you've been sensible. Don't be like my friend Leo, who doesn't. Stay at home. Stay home. Right. Okay, back to the action then. Of which there's been none on this lap because I knew there wasn't going to be. And now they've waited for us, and Risky Racer. Cheers, lad. You'll love to see he's gone straight for it. Now that is timing. I swear it's not fixed. But Jess will find herself being swamped, I reckon, now. Because Risky has nearly made a second already on her, so yeah, this could be quite a scary few laps for her. She sees many cars on DRS chasing her down. First one of which is Camu Babo. Taking a wide line through turn 1 to get a nice one through turn 2 towards turn 3. I remember there's no DRS until the end of this lap, and even then it's kind of a bit ineffective with DRS around here if I'm being honest. So yeah, we'll see how it all works out. But yeah, Pete 2.7 seconds clear. Not really great for the rest of the drivers, but we'll keep saying it, and we kept seeing it happen this season. Don't bet on the winner on lap 6, as NK Bourne and Jordan have been fighting away. NK Bourne ahead of the new boy and up into P4.
I'll tell you what, this restart's been a great help to Cloud. Don't forget, in the first race we had, we went off at this corner here, the penultimate corner. Yeah. And ended up down in 17th. Now, potentially fighting for the win, but of course Pete is pulling away like a madman at the moment. As
Spencer gets by, didn't really seem to be much resistance there. And the pole sitter, of course, another guy that's been unlucky on both starts, also still in it now, which is nice to see. As Risky Racer now on the back of Indecisive, and now up the inside of Indecisive, and now making contact with Indecisive, but getting through into P7. Arnold is now ahead of Jess. As you can see there, is that Dexter trying to get by Yuri up the hill. Yuri's broke the front wing. That's trouble. OKK is, yeah, you can see him there on the outside, as Dexter did get past Yuri. And yeah, OKK has now got a 10-second time penalty as well. Once again, a completely stupid penalty. And if he's not careful, he'll get another one for being off the track for so long. For some reason, I think Codemasters added this 10-second time penalty for being off the track for an extended amount of time because of the France glitch last year, where you could just do a TT lap or just do any lap in honesty and just go off the track and never come back on. Because you can do that, friends. You can just stay off the track the whole lap and you'll be able to exploit that. That's why that penalty's a thing. It's really stupid, and if I'm honest, he'll probably get it removed, right? If he reports it. But yeah, we've got pitters. We've got Pete and we've got Jordan in the pits. Now I think Jordan on the first race actually stayed out at this stage of the game, so he's trying something a bit different this time. Pitting with the leader. And of course everyone on to the mediums, apart from maybe Yuri. We'll see what he goes on to. Could be just another set of mediums, of course. And it is. So no one has touched the hards yet. The only one that did touch the hards is out of the race already, and that was Baza.
Yep, and Baza retired in both races. He is blaming the lag, of course.
Yeah, which I don't blame him for. It is difficult to drive around here, like I say, trying to fight someone when they're lagging on this track. Oh no! Whiskey Racer has spun off at turn 5 and the front wing has been shattered. Camo Babo, top man then, who's already pitted once. And we gotta keep reminding you, this is the net race leader. We're not gonna, mess about here. Pete's down 11th place. He's nowhere near Camo Babo, and they've both got one stop left to make. He is our leader right now.
Yep. Jamie, what will he do? He stays out, so Jamie will pick up the first playoff point in the race.
Yep, and Clyde will pit, MK Bourne will pit. And what about Indecisive? Indecisive also to pit, so there only will be Splinter left on the softs. Dream scenario for him now is a cheeky safety car to come out, save him a little bit of bother. But we'll see. We will see. Risky, trying to get by Jess, regardless of the damage. Up to P5 again. A TC as well, maybe going to think about cashed out. A Pete, though, tried it on Jess. Oh god, don't take that out of context. But didn't make it work. Sorry, didn't realize what I was saying until I said it. And then I had to correct myself, and then that made it worse. And now I'm explaining it.
Attention to it.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's what happens when you've had to commentate with Paul McGuinness for a week. You sort of pick up his sense of humour.
Paul's got a sense of humour.
Haha.
I've never noticed it.
Nah, that's why we work so well as a commentary team, because we just laugh at each other's apparent jokes. Yes. Now, Splinter has pitted.
Pete down the inside of Jess. Again, don't take it out of context, but he's through. P6.
Hey! And Jess has lost another place to Frenagamo. In fact, Jess is practically parking it. What's she doing? Yeah, look at this. What is she doing?
Oh, I don't know.
She's pitting, but she is stopping. What is she doing? She could just put her pit limiter on.
Very slow pit entry.
Just stick the pit limiter on, and then you can just trundle on at 50 instead of having to keep slowing down and going fast and slowing down. Oh dear. Well, that's really going to ruin her race, actually. She's broke the front wing. No, she hasn't broke the front wing. She's got a full front wing. Why has she changed it? The front wing that's been taken off there is full. Look, there's no damage on it.
Interesting.
Very odd decision making there. Maybe that's a lag thing. Maybe she's got damage that we didn't see. But either way, she's miles behind now. And well, in all this, Arnaud actually did take the net race lead. It's now actually in the race lead. It's not the net race lead anymore, is he? Because he's P1. So Arnaud then leading the race. Sorry, we did miss that. But we're watching him now. See what he can do in the number 31. Hope he likes that 31. Because he's not going to keep it for very long, is he? I keep forgetting that's still Esteban Ocon's number, isn't it?
Yeah.
So he's going to have to try and think of his new numbers.
Arnold's won 2 races this season. He won that epic 8-lap battle with Khalifa in Abu Dhabi and the charity race last week.
Yes. Now, there's Pete going by Risky Racer, and Risky Racer looking for the exit line. The damage is pretty bad though in the car for moving to turn 2, so he's probably not going to do that. It would be suicidal to try that. But he has lost a place, and he's going to now have to hope that Pete gets stuck behind Dexter, who is unbelievably slow up the hill because he's using less ERS. Pete is wasting away that ERS bar. It's not a good idea to do this at this stage, because any move right now, he's not going to make it stick, is he? So, whack that ERS down and save some. Not really helping his cause for the win today if he can just, you know, not waste it, because they're both on about the same, but it's just where they use it is so much better for Dexter. And of course that's keeping Risky racing as well, because he's got more than both of them.
Yep. Imagine Pete will make a standard pass on the front straight here.
Worth noting, by the way, Yuri, the only driver out there who's pitted twice. Probably not going to get the tyres to the end, but just thought I'd point it out. Everyone else has pitted once. But here comes Pete on the inside. Should be simple enough now, because he'll get DRS again. And yeah, he'll pull away now. Frenagamo and Splinter are side by side, with Clyde trying to find a gap. He's got the best run. And he thinks about the outside, and he went too late. He backed off. For some reason, he's going to go for the switchback instead on the inside.
Driver's gone wide. Yeah, and on the grass, so Cloud is through.
Here comes TC. Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Really pushed onto the grass and lags his way through. Yeah, that was maybe a bit easier than it could have been. Oh no, I think MK Bourne's crashed into the back of Frenagamo. Front wind's broken off on the left, I think. Oh, yeah, he can't slow that thing down. You've got to be careful, MK, or else you'll cause all sorts of carnage. We need to get a good shot of that car. We've got a horrendous camera angle, people. Let's see a better one. Yeah, there you go. You can see that now. Daniel has had an off at turn 5. Looking for the damage, if there is any. Again, a terrible angle, but he has no damage, so A is alright. Jordan. Oh, he's nearly hit the back of NK Bourne as well now. Just passing now. There you go. Good stuff. Fastest lap for Pete. The comeback is on. Although, looking at the ERS, maybe I might have to rephrase that statement. Not like, yeah, I'm rephrasing that statement. He's in trouble. He's not going to be catching anyone with that amount of ERS in his car, because he's going to have absolutely zero straight line speed whatsoever. It takes a long time to save it on this track as well. Still, he's pulled away from Dexter and Risky by 2 seconds. So he's not going to be too bothered about them two for a while. Yuri trying to get by indecisive. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Yuri's still waiting on a good result this season. It just hasn't happened for him. But like you say, first driver with 2 pit stops. Hopefully it can push him up the field somewhere.
How could I say, I was kind of expecting more from Yuri this season, but
So was I.
Yeah. I mean, there's still plenty of time. Listen, he gets a win anywhere, and he's sorted. Playoff place as Daniel goes off in turn 5 again, the second lap in a row. So it's not all doom and gloom for him, but I'm sure he himself probably knows he could be achieving a little bit more than he is right now. And that could very much motivate him. But we've got a lovely wee scrap going on now for P4. It is Risky, Dexter, Splinter, Clyde. They'll all be in DRS of each other. And this is where we get to have a bit of fun. Again, it's been quite a good race so far, actually. Obviously a bit of a shame about what happened earlier on, but it seems we've got all of our lag issues sorted now. As Jordan and Frenagamo also were having a fight. And yeah, no more lag means a bit more fun and action. It means as well these guys can fight without the worry of having something go catastrophically wrong with a laggy car, which will be a crumb of comfort for them. As OKK gets by Jess, and he's left.
He leaves the session. I think that must have been his goal. Get past Jess and leave.
Get by Jess. Grazie ragazzi, I'll see you next week. Shame that though.
He does have more invites available to him if you can make it back.
He has disconnected a few times though already in this particular race, so could find himself not able to come back. He might have run out, but yeah, we'll see. Of course, even if you're as low as he is at the moment, it's always worth being in here in case there's a safety car. As Splinter gets past his LRT buddy, I don't know what to call him, comrade, teammate, person, other human, I don't know. Clyde is on the back as well.
Also, if you look, in a few laps, Pete has closed the gap down to Camababa by 2 seconds. So his race is not over yet, and on the fresher tyres, opposed to Camababa and Arno.
Yeah, they'll be looking at their second pit stops pretty much now. Maybe a couple of laps more, but they are certainly going to be in the window for some pit stops. Their second pit stops of the day. Their last pit stops of the day, they'd hope.
KK has rejoined.
Yeah, he must have got a good 50 or 60 invites. He's DC'd so many times it feels like. But, yeah, well. I think what Camo Baba will be thinking is just, okay, I'll let him catch me, then I'll pit. That's what I'd do in a situation. Let him waste time behind him for maybe a lap and then pit. But here goes Clyde on Dexter. And TC just looms in the background. Anywhere for him to go. He thought about the outside line, but if he's going to do that, he'd probably have to pull out some Tokyo drifting, and that's not going to get you past. So he's just got to sit back and wait a while. I'm surprised at the amount of action we've got, though, for only having the one safety car at the very start, and this being Hungary. So it's good seeing the racing so far, and it's far from over yet, because Pete is now within DRS of Camo Babo. And has safety ARS a bit more, although Camo Babo has got, well, way more still, but, you know, Pete will still be liking this. He'll be fancying his chances.
I think Pete is desperate for a win. He just wants to get himself booked into the playoffs and then worry about it from Baku onwards. He's closing right up to Camo Babo though. So much faster at the moment.
Yeah. Again, just looks on the inside, doesn't want to pass him, but it's just psyching him out. However, Splinter, he's looking on the outside, and he isn't going to try and psych him out. He's going to try and set up a move to get by him. But Risky Racer saw exactly what he was doing now. And what's happened there is he dived there, as Pete.
I think he did. At the same time, TC got past Dexter. Yellow flags at the back of the grid.
Yeah.
Getting past OKK's car, I think.
Right, sorry, we weren't watching that. I was not expecting a move. I was too busy watching Risky Racer. I was about to say, that defense was very good because he knew that Splinter was going to go for the cutback, and so he just covered the inside, and it meant that Splinter couldn't go where he wanted to, and that is good defense. So well done there. But yeah, Camo Babo possibly, yeah, was mugged off. Didn't see it though, so I can't really confirm that. But
he saved his blushes there.
Yes. So be lucky. Feel lucky. You are lucky. No, will they pit?
Third in Australia, so he's not unused to running in this position.
Because what they're going to do, they're going to do medium to medium, aren't they? They're going to do soft, medium, medium, but yeah, I've got to remember it is a two-stop. I mean, I don't think it's worth going to softs again. I just don't. I think mediums are a much safer bet than the softs, so they need to be pitting in the next 2 or 3 laps, I guess. As Splinter, well, he's going to try again. He's a bit closer to Risky this time. He's just going to stay on the outside and try his luck there. And that'll, of course, turn to the inside. What he's going to do now, try to move, hit him, and get through. And no, actually, you know what? Risky's hit him himself. Risky's done a bit of bumping and barging himself. And shoving him off the track as well. Left him no room there whatsoever. Alright, listen. Don't give if you can't take. So, yeah.
So was facing the inside wall of turn 3 then for a second.
Yes.
Somehow saved it. Aggressive stuff from Risky. Of course, well within the limits of the rules of JACKOCAR.
Of course, yeah. Like I say, don't give if you can't take, and they were both prepared to give and take there. It's a good racing. But now it is time for Pete to put the pressure on Arnold. Arnold will just pit now, and that'll really annoy Pete.
Stays out. If he leads the end of this lap, he will get a playoff point for it.
Yeah, but he's not going to win the race. Well, actually, you know what? He'll probably stay ahead another lap, in fairness, as you can see Daniil there in the pits. He will lead another lap, so he's not under any threat, but I'd pit this lap, unless he is going to try soft, which I don't think is the best time to be in at the end, but that's just my opinion. Of course, I could be completely wrong, because I never even run the softs, which is really why I don't think they're a very good tire, because I don't think it's good to run them, but anyway. Spencer
getting past Risky.
Bit of contact this time, but he has made it stick.
Risky will not give that up.
He's going to have to do. He's out of ARS. He might not want to unless he decides to dive bomb him. He's not going to get by. But Pete, yeah, he's going to get by Arnaud at this lap one way or the other, whether it's via the pit lane or whether it's via DRS on the main straight. He's going to get him. He's just so much quicker than everyone else right now, it's incredible. But Arnaud will get a chance to undercut, I guess. He will get a chance, he sort of has to undercut. And he'll just have to hope he gets that in a good spot. Last thing he needs is to pit and then have a safety car come out, and yes, he will pit this lap. As Pete, yeah, held up enough there to lose a second or two. And can now pull away a little bit. Will Camababo pit? No. So Arnaud, speeding in the pit lane, man, come on. Really? Did he have to? Way to wreck the strategy, like.
He's given P2 to Camababo.
Yeah.
He can just keep up the pace, but it's nice to see Pete finally stepping out of Khalifa's shadow, taking the lead. 15 laps to go before he books a place in the playoffs. Of course, 15 laps is a long time still.
Of course, yes.
Anything can happen.
Anything can and probably will happen. We're probably overdue a massive accident. So, yeah, just be on your toes. I guess Camo, Babu and Pete are going to be hoping for that safety car to come out right now. Or even a virtual safety car, I'll take anything. Just to be sure. Oh, look at that on the grass there, Pete. Pushing his luck a little bit in every single corner. Every single corner, like, I mean, he's really giving it his all. And he's using that ERS. He's going for a fastest lap, isn't he?
I think so.
Of course, he started that with double DRS. I wouldn't be surprised, but he didn't quite get it. Camo Babu pits. Don't speed. Thank you. But you did go too slow. But, I mean, I'd rather be too slow than too fast, you know?
Absolutely. Being too slow won't lose you 5 seconds. Speeding will.
Yep, and we'll see now where he comes out. He should be out ahead of Arnaud, but no, Arnaud's pretty clear actually.
Ahead of Risky.
Sorry, I'm thinking of the 5-second penalty. Of course, he didn't take that in the pits himself, did he? So he's fine. TC pitted as well, and Dexter too. So yeah, Camo Babu, in fact, even with the penalty, he should still finish behind. It's just Pete's that benefits then, as usual. Well, I'll say as usual, he has been waiting for this win for a while. So, you know what? Well done, you might win the race.
He's had no luck this season. I think he had a 3rd place in, was it Abu Dhabi?
I think his drive in Abu Dhabi was fantastic. I think I mentioned it that day. It was just properly went for it. Was the most aggressive driver out there, and it paid off. Didn't quite win the race. I think he just ran out of laps, didn't he?
Yeah, and Arnold won the race. Khalifa was 2nd. He was 3rd.
Yeah, so he had a good day there, and he's looking to now make this his best day. And I say, once you get into the rhythm, you should be fine. And Jordan making quite an early pit stop there. In the grand scheme of things, you could probably do a few more laps, as we've seen from these guys. Arnaud setting the fastest lap of the race. Undercut is underway. Should be able to complete it, but then we'll have to worry about that annoying penalty.
It's hard to believe that Pete hasn't led a lap until this race this season.
Yeah,
as fast as he is.
He has struggled a lot, hasn't he? That's the problem. But he's not struggling tonight so far. He's got a near 10-second advantage. And the more I say it, the more I make it likely he's going to bin it. But he's not going to bin it today. I can feel it. He's not going to bin it today. He will get to the end. He'll win. He will win.
Right?
I think so. I'm getting a bit less confident the more I say it, but he's fine. Although they do have the helicopter just in case he does have an accident. Yuri
retires.
There he is on the exit of turn 4, entry turn 5.
Safety car. And Peter's beat the safety car out as well.
Clyde, you lucky boy. And oh no! Big contact. Camo Babo has absolutely destroyed the car into the back of, I think that was Arnold, who just slammed on the brakes. I mean, he slammed on the brakes. His delta must have been horrific. Oh dear. At least he had the pits right there. He can stick some softs on. But he's not going to do that. He's putting his old mediums on. Oh dear. I can't believe that. So unfortunate. But Clyde, as Fernagama gets a drive-through penalty. Clyde then, there he is. He's P6. Or is it P5? His risky been told to let him through. They were pretty close. And I thought Clyde was actually ahead. Daniel drive-through penalty for speeding. Nah, Clyde will stay P6. So he got his pit stop done when the safety car came by. That's fine. He is, yeah, 6th, and that would maybe be, yeah, staying 6th, I would imagine. Because obviously the top 2 haven't pitted, but when they do, they should be fine. Then everyone else apart from Jess and Okeko, who's in the pits right now, have made their 2nd stop. So we should all be done on pit stops when the safety car is over with. Yep, that'll help. That'll do Pete nicely. He'll be fine with this. As he puts some softs on as well. This is it. Will they get to the end? I don't know. It's proven if they can. Dexter gets a drive-through penalty as well. I just don't know how far the softs go. We'll have to wait and see, but we've got 3 of these guys, or at least 2 of them, sorry. We have 3 at the moment. Will it be 4? No. Spencer chooses the mediums. So, interesting. We'll see how this all pans out.
Yeah, I think Pete's relying on the safety car being slow, so he'll be saving some tyre wear under that, and then just giving it 7 or 8 laps at the end.
If it goes in 2 laps, you'll still have to run 9 on that tyre then. Or no, sorry, no, he has to run 10. If it goes in at the end of the next lap, he has to run 10. As Okeke gets disqualified for ignoring yellow flags, and quite frankly, I don't think he cares.
He's having another nightmare race he did in Silverstone 2 weeks ago.
But again, does he care?
30 or 40 seconds of penalties, something like that.
I think he knows, as long as his playoffs are there, he can afford to have bad ones, but it just means he won't win the first 10 races championship. So, oh well. Daniel has another penalty. He's hit Arno this time. A lapped car. Where is he? Why's he done to that then? He's nowhere near him. He must be letting them all through. That's what's happening, because he's a lap down. Of course, you can't unlap yourself under a safety car on this game. Look at this! He's all over the grass, and I'm pretty sure that front wing's in pieces. It is in pieces. Oh,
yep.
Dear. Yeah, maybe he'll be one for the retirement list in a moment as well, this route. Not going well at all for him.
Camo Babo, by the way, what a fall from grace down there, P13.
Not really his own fault though, is it? It has to be said. No. He was just unlucky. It was unlucky by the looks of it. It just seemed the 2 deltas were so different at different times, and they just chose a difficult corner to slow down and speed up on. But yeah, still could get himself up there. Jess, for some reason, hasn't pitted. As Daniil does pit. Surely, Jess, you've got to pit. Jess, you've only made 1 stop. Jess. She's not listening.
Of course, if she doesn't make a 2nd stop, she will be disqualified.
I don't know why she's not pitting. Because she's absolutely screwed. She mustn't realise that she's got another pit stop. because we'll go
Also,
green,
two
and then
mandatory stops, yeah.
she has to make it, because if you
She
do it in the
has to
safety
pit.
car, she'd be on the back, but she'd be on the back. If she pits when the safety car goes in, she'll be at the back and nowhere near on the back. She'll just be at the back. So, why aren't you pitting? Unless we haven't looked at the Jokers, and she might actually be a Joker, but I don't think she is.
There's definitely no jokers today.
Yeah. A Joker, if you don't know, is a driver that can make one stop if they would like to. Rest, of course, they have to make 2 mandatory stops, and everyone bar Jess has done that.
Yep, and of course, if you don't make your 2 mandatory stops, you do get disqualified.
Oh, indecisive. What are you doing? What are you doing? Just stay on the track. It's a safety car. I don't understand. So many people manage this type of thing. How hard is it to stay on the track? Anyway, safety car's going to be in. OKK and Daniil should catch up. Although it should be pointed out that Daniil is a lap down. So he might as well not be here. Unfortunately, because he'll not get unlapped. He's just going to have to hope we get 5 more retirements ahead, he'll get a point, but... Or, well, sorry, I keep forgetting it. Everyone gets points now. There's been a collision, there's been a big collision, and Daniil has crashed into someone else in this race. It's Camu Babo. And the front wing has been destroyed for the 5th or 6th time in the last 4 laps.
Something like that, but Pete's gone on the restart.
Oh dear. Right, well, we are away again. Arnaud is not going to catch until those tyres fall apart, I don't think. So it's a waiting game for that. The rest of them seem to be relatively clean, although saying that, Clyde's got pretty close to the back. Clyde has got to make this work himself as well. And quickly. Because I just don't see the tyres lasting. And he is. Oh! That's about as close to accident you're going to get, really. Jordan, well, he fancied his chances as well, but decided to back off. But Clyde was that close to having another accident there, and it was going to be another safety car, because that would have been the whole field piling into that. As Camo Babo has lost the position, and Daniil has retired. And that's on the entry to turn 5, and he's had a total nightmare. And Jess is also having a total nightmare. Safety car again, and Frenagamo was smashed into her. Right, Jess. Pit! Please, for the love of God, pit!
Oh.
Check the rules and pit! Listen, I know we haven't done a proper race in 2 weeks, but pit! You've got to pit. This helps Pete and Clyde, of course.
And
She's pitting! Oh,
Jess
thank
won't be
goodness for that. And Frenagamu's pitting as well.
Ooh.
Oh, they're all hitting each other. In fact, everyone behind Jess is pitting, so Jess should stay even 11. And do you know what? Strategic masterclass. How is OKK managing to speed in the pit lane when they've all been held up? Oh, she's being held up as well by Jess. Oh dear, dear, dear. Right, now he's got to wait a bit longer. There he goes. And now I'm going to have to wait even longer. Hey, there you go. Soft compound tyres. Get on the car. Right, so that's 4 more drivers on the softs. And Jess, yeah, it's strategic masterclass. She knew there'd be another safety car, and she'd pit there and make up some positions. So
she planned that.
She did plan that. Masterfully planned. Master of strategy.
By the way, Owen, this is now the longest JACKOCAR stream that's happened so far.
I mean,
in our short history.
Are we really surprised?
No, but I just wanted to point it out.
Just wanted to point out, we've had 1.5 races today, so shockingly, we've been here a while. I wonder if OKK is going to get a bit upset that he didn't get that point earlier. Do you reckon you have a request on that one later? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he finished his 8 laps though. Oh well. Because he's just had a total mare, hasn't he, this race? It's been the complete opposite to the first one.
Yeah, we never got to the end of lap 8, so we can't award it by the time that I'd the restart. And we couldn't run the race like that, it was awful.
Yeah. Baldo Norris has happened, for those who are interested. Is it really that? Is it really that special? No, it's not. He's not really that but he's just in a wee buzz cut. I'm disappointed. Genuinely, I need to see Lando Norris actually go bald. It'll grow back, honest.
It's only hair.
It is only hair. See, I'm doing the opposite. I'm doing the caveman approach. I'm gonna see how. I've got 6 months. Not gonna get a haircut. I've needed a haircut for the last 2 weeks, and I'm not gonna get one for 6 months. So, and yeah, I'm gonna just go full on caveman. I need to decide where I'm gonna stop. Jim Carrey's doing this thing where he's not gonna shave as well for the whole time. See what happens? I'm gonna do that as well, and I'm gonna be like caveman with anything.
Are you old enough to grow a beard?
Well, I'm an adult.
That's not the point.
I might get a bit of fuzz. Maybe a sideburn. I don't know. Let's just say I'd never bother trying, because the second I see someone, I think, right, get that off. Nope, no. Gotta look respectable. Gotta keep the baby face look. But nah, no more. I got 6 months to turn into a caveman. I shall do that.
Says 5-year-old Owen.
Yes. That doesn't quite sunk in that. I'm 18 years old.
I'm 25 this year.
Yeah, I'm 18. It's weirder. It's weirder turning 18 than it is turning 25.
Do you think?
Yes. Because no one thinks I'm a child. I was talking to, I think it was RLRT, S2V Louis Welsh. Sorry, I'd say that right. On Monday, and he was sure. He was convinced I was 15 at the most. Most people seem to be convinced I'm like at top 15. Anyway, that's enough filler.
We're about to go green.
We've done our filler. Let's get Pete on the road again. Of course, the more safety cars, the better these tyres are going to last. And look at this Arnold on the inside. He's going to get a better jump this time, I think. And he's not got it. It's a terrible restart for Arnold. He's not going to get anywhere near. Luckily for him, it's a nightmarish start for the guy behind him, as he's got TC on him. Has to defend there, does Splinter. And of course, they've all got Clyde. Oh, he's gone wide.
Yeah. TC gave Jamie a little bit of the bump and run, and he nabs 3rd place.
And Clyde will clear him as well. That's good for him on those softs. He only has to pass 3 more now to get up there. And I wonder if TC's got damage. He's really slow up the hill. Risky racer. That's some move there. He just about went off the track. But you know what? Who cares? What a fantastic move. Has TC gone and broke the front? He hasn't. He's got no damage. He must have been low on ERS on the way up the hill. He must have been running on 0 or something, and then Risky went for the risky move, and he's made it sick.
He's starting to come into his own now, Risky Racer. He had a 3rd place in Britain. I think he's got a few penalties here, but if he's driving like that, he should be able to pull away. Maybe get something out of this race. What a move. Outside of turn 4, first time we've seen it today.
Yeah, I mean, that's a solid move at a race contender right there, hasn't it? I mean, he's just absolutely went for that. Great driving. Now, Indecisive on his mediums is not having a very nice time, as we get a pitter in the shape of Dexter.
That is drive-through.
And we also have Frenagamo. Yeah, they'll both be taking their drive-throughs, won't they? So we'll just crawl through the pit lane. They'll do some hand gestures to the team, because the drivers always do that when they get a drive-through. And yeah, they'll be fine. It's okay. Just gone sailing around the outside there of Indecisive, and you can see those two are finished their drive-through penalties.
So that will ruin Dexter's current run of finishing in the top 10 in every race. The only driver to do it.
Touch wood. Just in case this all goes up in your face when we get this massive train all the way from 3rd down to 7th, and the other battles as well for 8th and for 10th. There's plenty going on out there. Plenty of accident-worthy fights. I imagine TC is going to want to get his own back. That was a bit embarrassing, wasn't it? I mean, he got mugged.
He did a textbook bump and run on Splinter.
Yeah, and then gets mugged. He mugged and then got mugged. So it undid all the work, and poor Splinter is the only one that's going to leave this extremely unhappy. He got mugged and didn't get anything back. He got mugged again and mugged again after that too. Risky
Racer's the resident Robin Hood at the moment.
Yes, indeed. Well, we've got 5 laps to go. Pete has built up a 3-second lead. TC has built up a 3-second time penalty.
I'm penalty for TC, which is good for Risky.
Yeah, I think he might have a couple as well now, TC. I wouldn't be surprised if that's his second or third one of the day now.
I will check.
But yeah, Pete, the tyres looking like they're still surviving. 5 laps is a long time now, so we'll see. Clyde, not really able to get much done. DRS is, of course, a niggle on this lap. And so we might have a wee run on TC down the main straight. TC, like I say, looks to be struggling a bit out there right now.
Risky 3 penalties and TC on 2.
Right, okay, so Risky... Oh dear.
Needs a gap.
What about Pete and Arnold?
No, go with us. Arnold had his 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I don't know if he's served that yet though. And Pete has had nothing, just the 1 warning on lap 15.
It's probably to Clyde and Splinter as well while we're at it, because they could end up on the podium at this rate with all these penalties going around. Just thinking about it.
Cloud with 2 warnings.
Yeah, so I mean, if he just gets no penalties, he's fine. As TC has a look on Risky into turn 1, no move. It has to be said, Arnold is falling into their grasps now.
Oh, Splinter, by the way, he's and got the 1 warning.
Yeah, so yeah, Clyde and Splinter are on for podiums then, because they can see second place right up ahead, and everyone's got penalties. Apart from those 2, and then obviously Pete's just miles away. Doesn't really matter what he does unless he crashes.
Don't say it. He needs this win.
He badly needs this win, yes. But wouldn't it be hilarious if he lost it?
Yes. Yes, it would.
No mean health, but I still remember his RR7 days. I've watched it happen too many times. I mean, he still dominated that championship, like, but it happened too many times in that season anyway. Right then, so anybody fancy an overtake? Because I've been lacking a few in the last few laps.
Tell you what, I know you mentioned it, but I've only just seen how close Arnold is to the front of Risky's nose.
Well, this is
dropped well off the feet.
This is what's making an overtake difficult though, because this whole train's just sat in DRS. You're not going to get a move done here unless someone has a catastrophic mistake, as Clyde makes a catastrophic mistake. That costs him P2 right there, that, doesn't it? I don't know. I mean, everyone else has more penalties than him anyway still, I think, but so he'd be third, but it costs him second.
Other than Pete, Splinter's the first one without a penalty.
Yeah.
He's down in P6 right now.
Pete again, tires look fine. There is Fernagamo on the inside of Dexter. Tried it. And he's going to try it again up the hill. He's going to try a Risky. He's going to touch him. He's going to pass him and probably... Well, that was... Dexter defends that really not too well, did he? He let him go, hit him, and then got a penalty. Right then. Pete's tyres are fine. They'll get to the end, really, won't they, at this point? Unless they have a massive drop-off. 2 to go, he should be alright. That's good news for Clyde as well, because even though he's starting to fall off this, he should still be close enough to take some advantage. But look at this. Was there contact there?
Yeah, Risky lost a bit of weight on the back of Arnold.
He lost, not just a bit, he lost a massive chunk.
Oh, so he has.
He's not going to be able to turn in. And look out, TC.
Risky wide in 2.
No, he did lose some, yeah. They're both wide. KK has crashed off. He was in P10. And Risky's going to go off. TC's going to go off. And they nearly collide when they come back on. Then they have collided. And look out for Clyde has been hit. And it's all going off now. Splinter, just stay where you are because you're fine with the penalties. Oh, they're saying that Arnold has got a free pass to sprint off as Clyde gets by. And Splinter is sat there thinking, move, let me go, please. And this is all falling apart as, yeah, Risky's in Narnia.
Gone. And Jordan's on the back of Jamie. He puts him wide and Jordan loses some front wing there.
Don't know about Jordan's penalties as well. He could be on for something today at this rate as well on his debut. As Clyde, has he got damage too? Has Clyde got damage too? No, he just went wide. He's all right. But the TC's not pitting. TC, have you seen your wing? Well, it's only one lap though, but this could be one hell of a lap.
Cloud coming to the back of him. TC goes defensive. Cloud to the outside. Round turn 1 he goes.
Pete as well is going to have to win this race by quite a distance now. He's going to be fine. Just in case you wondered about him, he's sorted. And Arnold as well, probably for P2, because it's now nearly 5 seconds to these guys, which is what he needs, of course. Although Clyde, no damage. But then again, he's not going to close up enough time, is he? But look at this. We have got Jordan up into P5 right now. Even with... Oh, no! Stop getting penalties, man. You're making it more confusing for me.
MK Bourne's going around the outside, but that's a long way around. There's no room there, mate.
That's his third penalty, that Jordan.
TC in the chicane, pushes him wide. I don't know if you were watching that, Owen, sorry.
Nah.
MK Bourne forcing TC wide.
Caught the end of it, caught the important bit, watching him lose it, but yeah, TC, it all has gone wrong for him, and it's all gone wrong for Risky, who's currently stuck there in P8. Oh dear.
Jess Games is P9, by the way.
And Pete is P1 as he comes around the final corner. It's been a pretty easy day for him at the end of it all. He takes his first win of the season. Well done to him. You're booked for Baku. Arnold has his penalty, but look at the gap. He's not going to... Out of fuel! Out of fuel! Clyde out of fuel. He's lost the place. And, well, he was going to get close to getting that P2, but not anymore.
Jess Games is P6.
She's finished in P6, yeah. No major penalties for her. Good job. Jordan ends up P7. We'll go for Arnold P3. MK Bourne P4. Clyde P5. Obviously, they're splinter second. Jess in P6. Probably our best result of the season, that.
It is, yep.
I don't think she's ever got that high in a league race before, has she? She nearly did an ILR 8 at Russia, but then she spun off.
It might be her equal best, if not her best.
I think she was running P6 in ILR 8 Russia, but then she spun off. And I jinxed her. We didn't mention her once. Well, you did, but I mean, I didn't mention her. And so I don't mention her, she doesn't have any trouble. So well done, Jess, you can thank me for that. Check in the post, please. There'll be hands over in it, I'll get coronavirus off you. But there's our podium then. Pete's probably the only one who's not surprised to be there, if I'm being honest with you. But, yeah, that was a hectic final shoot. That was a hectic race.
Brilliant.
And a half. But, yeah, hope you all enjoyed that. We'll go for top 10. And, yeah, there's my level again. You're going to be very invested in this level since I started talking about it now. I'll keep you very up to date with it. But anyway, results then. And, yeah, well, do you know what? Jess, 0 penalties. Incredible. But we'll go through driver down in a second because I'm going to nominate her. Pete from Splinter, Arnold, NK1, Clyde, Jess, Jordan, TC, Calababu, Indecisive, and then Risky Racer, Fenagamo, and Dexter was your first retirement actually. I didn't retire, but there you go, we did retire. And the rest, Okeke Daniil, Yuri, Mr. John, and Baza. Right, quickly, my driver today, Pete and Jess, and I want to also put up Jordan for the debut because he actually did have a good race. As well, you've got to give him the credit.
Hard to adapt to sim damage as well. He's done a great job there, and lucky with a couple of penalties.
Yeah,
3 penalties in fact.
Yeah, so that's the 3 I'm going to put up for that. I don't know if you'll agree with that, but I guess you can put those in a vote later on.
I would also add MK Bourne today. He had a very, very quiet race and come home P4.
Yes, he didn't get any penalties, did he? That does help him out, yeah, so good stuff for him as well. So, yeah, that has been the Hungarian Grand Prix and a half. Hope you've all enjoyed it. And yeah, we'll see you next week for a slightly shorter race. Where we are, Belgium?
Belgium. With the addition of a special guest driver.
You'll never guess who.
But now we can announce it here, can't we?
Can we announce it now?
Yeah, in place of Khalifa next week will be Louis Delatraz again.
Yes. Hopefully, if we end up talking to him again, we'll put his mic on. We sort of forgot to do that. Apologies about that, but listen, it was fine. I mean, we were more interested in Paul fangasming anyway, so it was all good. It was all good. But yes, probably should turn this off now. We've been here way too long. We've overstayed our welcome, and I feel I might have a couple of angry drivers after this one. But hey, listen, I'm looking forward to the chat. So thank you all for watching. it's been a very nice time. Hope you all enjoyed the race plus 8 laps, and we will see you next week for the Belgian Grand Prix. And of course, safe travels, everybody.